Hey everybody, SPG or Die here, and I'm back on the KG Craft server. This is episode 9, and I just went AFK overnight for probably about 12 hours, something like that. I had these 4 farms going full force, and as you can see, they still got stuff coming in here. Where is it? I just saw it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this stuff's just going round and round and getting sucked up. I checked on everything maybe an hour into AFK just to make sure everything was working, and it was, but it wasn't. I'm having a few problems, but I'll get to that. So yeah, I came over, here to the storage, and yeah, these things are starting to fill up. I'm doing pretty good on redstone and glowstone. That's like, one of the big things that I really want to get a lot of right now. Doing good on the gunpowder and the sugar though, like, yeah, all the way up to there. Sticks, yeah, I'm on the last chest here. Bones, yeah, on that one, which farm was it? One of the farms was off a little bit, so I had regular mobs spawning in there, but yeah, I mean, bones are always good to have, so yeah. And then just getting a bunch of bottles, and then wait, this isn't even, yeah. See, this storage over here, I didn't even put the filters in right away. But yeah, I noticed that some of the items were just going round and round and round, not getting picked up fast enough. So I put in a second set of sorters. Over here, this is like my better storage that has been, running the whole time. Yeah, so like sugar is completely filled up. This thing sticks is filled up. The bottles, the spider eyes, yeah, and I'm getting a decent amount of like redstone and glowstone, and I wanted to make sure that I picked those up, so I added a couple extra ones of those just to make sure, like since I'm, not using these, might as well. So I have that, and another thing of bottles here. Wow, this thing's starting to fill up too. Wow. Okay, but anyways, over here we have the shulker boxes full of this stuff, and I don't know what's going on with this system. I built this last season, worked 100%. I mean, I built it in like 1.11, but we had it in 1.12 before we switched to the new world, and it was still working. So I don't know if I built something wrong, but all of these shulker boxes, like some of them are filling up all the way, and it's totally fine. But some of these are getting like a couple, like a one stack or a couple stacks, and then they're getting hit by that piston and going in. Like this one got 17, plus stacks in here. A few of these are, totally filled up, which is really good. But, some of them just aren't. I don't know what's going on. I might have to look into a different system. So, but yeah, so, I'm getting shulker boxes full of this stuff. And, yeah, so, as you can see, I'm getting a ton from it. And I mob proof this whole area, and I was checking on that, making sure there wasn't anything spawning anywhere. So yeah, this place is like ready to go. Obviously, I have a ton of decorating and base building to do, but as far as these farms are concerned, we're up and running. So I'm not going to be working over here in this episode. I figured I'd take a little break. I've been over here a long time doing all this stuff, so I'm gonna take a little break and go work on something else. So I'm gonna go to this area and I'll show you what I'm up to today. Alright guys, I'm back, and this is where our next project's gonna be. You might recognize this area. this is where I built a quad skelly farm a couple episodes ago, right down in this hole. And in between episodes, I've been doing a little digging. As you can see, just a little bit of digging. So get out of here, guy. Yeah, so right down here, let's see here. Right here, this is where, the bone farm is. I've been, doing some AFKing, and my storage is just about full. I have one little module left till it's full. But I was thinking, what is better for using bones for than a tree farm? Yep, last episode I was doing the storage for the witch farms, and I almost ran out of wood. I had like a decent, amount like saved up, and I was having to go into my other types of wood, like dark oak and stuff that's hard to farm by hand, and I didn't like that. So I was like, what, I need to build me up a automatic AFK tree farm. So that's what I'm gonna do this episode. I have this area dug out, and I'm gonna build a what I decided to do is I'm going to build a couple different tree farms. Okay. As we all know, like, there's a bunch of different tree farms out there. A lot of them are reliable. Some are, produce more per hour, but some are more complicated. Some are really expensive. So I have a couple designs picked out. Honestly, most of them are by Ilmango. He is, really good at redstone, machines, but he has a specialty for tree farms. So, I'm just going to trust the master on this one. I've never built a tree farm before, so this will be my first time. So, I'm going to start off with the simple one. He has this design for a simple oak and birch tree farm. It's, pretty cheap, pretty simple, and from my testing, it seemed like it was really reliable and was unlikely to break anytime soon. So we'll see, fingers crossed. But I'm going to start off by building up the blast chamber. He has a design that is really efficient for, automatically dispensing TNT and, breaking the logs so that they can get, sucked up and put into a storage. So I'm going to start off with that, and then from there I'm going to lay out the tree farms around it. So basically I want to put the blast chamber kind of like right here, right centered on this wall in this direction, and then I can have a tree farm here, maybe one over there and there and there, and they'll all feed into the blast chamber right there. And then underneath here I have I'm gonna have a storage, so it's gonna be just like this. Maybe I might change up the design a little bit, but generally it's gonna be like a hallway with chests in it. So I already got it dug out. It might be longer, might not be, and I'm gonna have it all sorted, in different types of wood and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what that is. So I'm gonna lay out a few blocks so I can see like what dimensions and spacing I have, stuff like that. Make sure I have enough height. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll be right back and show you what I got going on. Hey guys, I'm back. Pretty big update here. So I started laying out this room, where I want all the farms and stuff to be, and I was about to where that sign is, and I realized that this room's not big enough. So I had to do some digging. So I dug out all the way over to here. That's what, like 20 blocks or so, and I dug it all the way out on the other side too. And then I started laying some stuff out. I kind of got like a little floor plan going. Some of you might recognize this. This was in my base last season. This was before I, was making videos and stuff. But yeah, if you played with me on that world, you would have, recognized this. I still have to finish it, but it's a work in progress. And then over here, I had to redig the area for the blast chamber, but I started laying everything out so I can actually show you what exactly is going on here. Basically, oh, I fell down. Basically, I have these pistons here and here, and they're just going to push the logs in a stream. They're going to come in here and basically go to both sides, and then these pistons are going to push them that way on top of those pistons, and when it gets to the end, these guys are going to push the logs up, and then these guys are going to grab the logs and pull them on top of these ones, and then these ones are going to push them up, into that wall of pistons. And so basically, once that wall fills up, it's going to start pushing them over into, let me get up here. They're going to start pushing it into this area here. And then right above it, in the center of that little room, is going to be a TNT duper. And it's going to, have some magic timing happening. And it's going to drop some TNT at the perfect moment to explode, like right here in the center of this room. And that's going to, blow up a ton of the wood, and it's going to fall down into this area, which is going to have water in all four corners, and that's going to, push it down into this hole, where I'll have like a little collection thing going on, a little ice stream, and, right down here is, over here. Yeah, this is the area that I dug out below for the storage, and it's right on the other side of the bone farm storage. So that's, pretty cool. But yeah, and of course, as you can see, I did the ceiling, or part of the ceiling, at the same time when I did the floor upstairs, because that lava is the same as, this lava up here. And yeah, it kind of doubles as a ceiling. So yeah, there's that. And then let's see what else. Oh, I brought over a ton of supplies, so I should be able to build everything. But other than that, that's all I have so far. I'm going to do a little more work, and I'll hook up all the redstone and make the TNT duper, and get this item collection stuff going, and then I'll come back and maybe we can do like a test on this thing, see if it's all working. So I'll be right back with that, and we'll see what we got. Alright guys, I'm back. Got everything done. Got all the TNT, I got the TNT duper done. I got all the redstone ran. I was just in the middle of testing this thing, and it's working. The redstone, it wasn't like crazy complicated, there was a lot of it, and all the, there's a ton of repeaters everywhere, and they all had to be on the perfect setting, the right tick. And so yeah, but everything's working, and I can show you that right here. I just put some in here. There we go. So that, and it should. No? Okay. I think I'm gonna have to build up a couple more, or another layer or two, in order for it to dispense TNT. So I'm gonna do that real quick, and I will bring you back in when that happens. Boom. There we go. Look at all that. Yep. Working perfectly. All the water is, going into the right spot. I'm getting all my cobblestone back. So I'd say this thing's ready. Now all we got to do is build the tree farm. So, alright, well, I'm going to, let's see here. I mean, this is pretty much done. I got everything lit up well enough. I still got to, decorate this area, but I'm going to get this functional first, and then I'll start worrying about that. But yeah, so I'm going to button this up real quick, and then I'll start digging out and laying out the tree farm I'm going to do. And yeah, I'll bring you guys back in when I'm done with that. Hey guys, I'm back. And boom. Yeah, so I started digging this area out, got all that done, and then I started laying out the blocks, like the basic ones, the easy to do stuff, like all these blocks and all the pistons, and I got so much of it done. I kind of looked at it and I was like, hey, all I have to do is run a couple lines of redstone around here and this farm will be done. So I decided just to keep going real quick and finish it up. And if we step in here, we can see that I need to make sure that there's no creepers in here. Yeah, okay. It's all working. As you can see, I did some testing and everything's working fine on this. And good. So yeah, it's all working. Real easy, real easy. I spent maybe half hour, 45 minutes on this, and in the middle of that, I had a creeper blow up like this whole corner area over here, and I had to rebuild it. But still really simple design. It was real easy to, ensure that I built everything back up that I needed to after the creeper. So I need to light up the, like mob proof this inside area a little bit. But other than that, all I have to do is get basically a conveyor belt that will change this bunch of blocks into a one wide block stream, and move it over to the blast chamber. So that's my next step. I'm probably just going to do another jump cut to that, and then we should be able to run this bad boy into that and have it automatically harvested. So yeah, let me get going on that, and I'll be back when I'm done. Alright, so we got everything hooked up and going. First off, you're probably going to see that I've been working on the aesthetics a little bit. Got a bunch of the floor in. Got these two pillars in. I think they look pretty cool. Got all this glass in. I changed it over to brown. I think it kind of goes with the whole wood thing a little better. Yeah, you see all this glowstone over here. I was going for this right here. I think it's pretty cool. You get all the wood types, and it's just kind of a, a tile thing, and it's all lit up and nice. This is like an industrial area, so it's a little fancy, but it's still kind of basic for the industry side. But as you can see up here, I got all of the log movers in. I got these from another plug for Ilmango. He did a video and has a world download for like all the different types of block movers. So if you have like a cobblestone generator or a tree farm or something like that, Yeah. Oh, there it goes. Boom. Yes. Yeah. So pretty much I've been running this for a couple minutes, just making sure that all these are working. And I was having a little bit of trouble. I'm not sure exactly what the problem was. I think it was the timing for like these pushers here. But yeah, it kept breaking like this system, and then it'd back up and it'd break all these, log pushers. But yeah, it seems to be good now. I have my camera account over here actually. AFK doing this, running the machine. Kind of tidied everything up, made a little walkway in here. It's not fancy or like, beautiful or anything, but, it kind of just squared it up and made it look decent, So, but yeah, so pretty much that's going to be it for this episode. I'm going to go AFK, and I have a temporary storage set up down there, and I'm going to see how many logs I can get overnight. And in the next episode, we'll take a look at that. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. But that's going to be it. So I'll see you later.